All right. This video right here is straight raw, no edits, no music, none of that. I'm just finna just let it out. So I go to work today and there's this lady sitting at a desk and my boss sitting right here. And she's HR and she tells me, she says, I'm with HR and we're letting you go. Here's your final check, please sign. So I sign the check, then I get up and leave and start walking away. Then as I'm walking away, I think in my head, I'm like, nah. So I turn around and I start walking back. Then I sit down. I'm like, so what's the reason? Like, what's the legitimate reason I'm getting fired for? And she tells me that I broke the code of conduct. She tells me that I broke the code of conduct. And I'm like, can I please have specifics? Like, what code of conduct? Not giving me no specifics. She told me I follow someone, and that's what really got me curious. Who did I follow? Who did I follow? Like, only thing I could think of was yesterday. It was like super busy, and I went back to the kitchen. I was asking them, like, this ticket's on 15 minutes. Like, what's going on? Like, how long is it gonna take for the ticket to come out? And then I remember when I went back there, the shift lead, she told me, she said, don't come back here again. And I told her, so I said, so I'm not allowed back here. And she said, if that's how you want to take it, so just talking to me with hella attitude. And I'm like, all right. So I walk out, and then I'm like, nah. Like I took that personal, and I probably could just kept walking, but now I went back to her. I said, my boss, he was working with me because he knows that I got mental health issues as far as like, I'm quick to get angry. So if I need to take a breather, he says, just let the people know I need a breather. So I let her know. I said, can I take a breather? She said no. So she's like, you already took a 10. You don't need another one. I'm like, all right, well, I asked her, then I went back. I'm like, well, can I just go home then? Because I don't feel comfortable. And she's like, yep, you always do this. You always do this. I'm like, always do what? Like, what are you talking about? So unless they're referencing that, but I followed somebody. And before I had got written up 3 weeks ago, the same girl, we had got into it. She said I made her feel unsafe. Like I speak strong, but I ain't never threatened her. I ain't never raised my hand at her. I ain't never did none of that. And she's very weird because I remember I had blocked her on Instagram because I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep this about work. I'm gonna block her. And then she had got upset and said, oh, I tried to reach out to you, but I'm blocked. So I unblocked her, and then I find out I'm blocked. So kills me, like she black, but she light skinned. And so I don't understand. It's like, maybe you want to be the only person that's like kind of ghetto, I guess, at the job, or I have no idea. But for me, it's like I speak up for myself, and it's like if you talk to me crazy, I'm gonna say something. I have advocated for myself multiple times. I told my boss, I didn't even go to HR because I thought me and my boss had that relationship. I should have went over his head, but I thought me and my boss had the relationship. I told HR, I said, yo, these people are talking to me crazy. Like I told my boss, I'm like, they're talking to me crazy. Like they're not talking to me respectful. And the HR lady lied and said, oh, we consider your side too. How do y'all consider my side when y'all never come to me and ask me what happened, what transpired? Whenever I get fired from a job, y'all never come to me and say what happened. It's as if these people's word is just paramount and my word doesn't mean nothing because I guess because of this. I'm not trying to play no DEI, diversity, inclusive, none of that bullshit. I'm not on that. I'm just trying to say, why don't I get a legitimate chance to say my reasoning? Don't it take two to tango? How do you come to the conclusion that, yep, this guy needs to be fired without even talking to me about it? That's what, for the life of me, I can't understand. And I get, we're in at-will employment in California. This is at-will employment. I understand that. So they don't even have to give me a reason. But it's still weak as hell because I do my job good. I always do my job good. Whenever I get let go from a job, it's never because of my job description. It's never because of the actual job. It's because I made somebody feel away, or didn't talk to somebody the right way, or didn't act the right way. And I understand I got to do some digging. I got to be self-aware and see like, okay, what am I doing? But at the same time, it's like, what? I shouldn't have to walk on eggshells or be perfect to work in the food customer service industry, bro. I shouldn't have to. So at this point, I'm thinking about trucking. Even though I feel like that's gonna be hard because I owe about 4,000 or 5,000 in tickets on my resume, so I don't even know how I'm gonna get my license for that. But if I can do something where it's like where I can just be judged just off of my work, and I can't lose my job because somebody doesn't like me or because somebody is hating. That's what I need, because I just thought I figured this out. I thought I was playing the game right. You have to play the game when you're working around other people. You know you have to be likable. I understand that. I thought I was doing it right. So I'm glad I didn't crash out, but I wanted to. I wanted to crash out. The HR lady, I wanted to crash out. My boss, I wanted to crash out. And what kills me is too, my boss, like, he over there standing like he finna do something. Bro, you are not finna mess up your job over me, bro. So stop that. You big friend acting like, oh, trying to act big on managed and trying to protect the HR lady. You're not gonna do nothing, bruh. You're not gonna give up your salary paying job over a nigga you just made jobless, bro. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Fuck this shit, man. Excuse my language, but respectfully, fuck this shit, man. Tired of begging people for a job just to get fucking fired, my nigga. I'm sick of that shit, bruh. And it's not like I could just rely on the social media because I'm not even making nothing, and that's not going to even start. And for me to even only just be able to just do this and not work, come on, that's going to take years. That's going to take some time, bruh. Like, it's going to happen. I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to be able to monetize, and I'll probably laugh at this video years later and have something to have a drink about, but I'm sick right now. I needed that job. I got bills to pay. I got a daughter to take care of. They don't care, though. They don't give a shit. Oh, you need to take care of yourself? Oh, well. They damn near was finna call the police on me. Just because of how I was talking, they was gonna call the police on me. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.